Goose Gossage is among many former major leaguers in Cooperstown all weekend long for the holiday weekend, but obviously this is not the first time that the Goose has been in the birthplace of baseball because he is a 2008 Hall of Fame inductee, and right now our guest inside the Edward Jones chatting cage. And Goose, it's our pleasure, and just talk to us about what's going on in Cooperstown this weekend.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, well, it's Memorial Day weekend, and we have what they call the Hall of Fame Classic. We used to play the Hall of Fame game. That was my first experience being here in Cooperstown back in 1972. I had the pleasure of visiting Cooperstown for the first time as a player, and as a member of the White Sox. We used to play the Hall of Fame game. Now we don't do the Hall of Fame game the same weekend as induction weekend, and now they've kind of done this for the fans, and I think this is my third time that since being elected in 08 that I've been up here as a part of this Memorial Day weekend, which is a great weekend with the fans and Hall of Famers, alumni is up here to play a game, and we're going to have a golf outing, and it's just a great weekend with the fans.
You have fun all the way around, and I hope that the weather improves a little bit. It's a little overcast today, but we'll see what Mother Nature brings for the next couple of days. Goose, right now we're going to start on social media through our MLB Fans app. This one is from Dave the Brave, and he asks quite simply, what do you miss most about your playing days?
The competition. You know, first I missed the competition. Nothing will ever replace even as challenging as golf is to me now. You know, that challenge of facing a great hitter or any hitter when you're out there on the mound in front of 50,000 people, the competitive juices, it just doesn't get any better than that. And that's probably what I missed. That is what I missed the most. But secondly, the camaraderie with the players was the second thing that I missed.
Yeah, like you said, 50,000 screaming fans, that's an adrenaline rush like none other, and that's the thing that a lot of players miss for sure. Right now, Goose, we have one of many fans lined up and ready to go one-on-one with you. So, fan, your name, your location, and your question for Hall of Famer Goose Gossage.
What's up, Goose? I'm Pete from New York. I just want to know, what's it like to be back in Cooperstown?
You know, I still can't even comprehend, Pete, that I am elected to the Hall of Fame. You know, people said after 8 years, I got elected. 15 years you're eligible, and then if you don't maintain a certain percentage of the vote, you fall off. But you can, if you maintain that certain percentage, you stay on for 15 years. And I was in my 9th year of eligibility, and all I can say is, you know, the longer you have to wait for something, the sweeter it is.
Yeah, very well said. And Goose, right now we're going to go back to the MLB Fans app, and this one is from Double Play Ray, and I'm sure that in your very lengthy career there were a great cast of characters that you came across, and so in that vein, who was the biggest goofball that you came across in all your playing days?
Well, goofball, free spirit. I don't know about goofball, but Sparky Lyle was probably the most fun guy that I ever played with, and we became great friends. You know, I came over to work with him as being the best lefty-righty when I signed in '78 with the Yankees. It didn't work out that way. They gave me his job on a silver platter, and I proceeded to have the worst time in my whole major league career was through that stretch, and Sparky helped me immensely through that tough transition. I had put so much pressure on myself growing up a Yankee fan and then being World Series champions in '77, and then me showing up and Sparky winning the Cy Young Award, and then me getting his job handed to me on a silver platter. It was you know, probably more pressure than I could handle at the time, and you know, eventually I worked through that, but it was a very, very difficult time. And without Sparky in my corner and helping me through that transition was really a tremendous help to me from Sparky.
And needless to say, the Yankees had a bullpen to envy that season, leading to a championship parade in October. Right now, Goose, we go to the EDJ question of the day, and this is, you relied on your fastball back in your pitching days, so in today's game, whose fastball intrigues or impresses you the most?
Oh, I don't think there's any question. Chapman, you know, the way he throws. that's probably as close to him being left-handed, me being right-handed. That's what I would have relied on had I been a closer, meaning, the one inning, come in the ninth inning. That's all you would have seen from me was my fastball, and Chapman probably comes the closest to, replicating that.
Yeah, Aroldis makes a lot of guys look very silly with that triple-digit fastball. Right now, Goose, we're going to go back to the webcam. As like I said, if you want to go one-on-one with Goose Gossage, you're just one click away, like this fan. So please, your name, your location, and your question, please, for the Hall of Famer.
Hi, Goose. My name is Nick from New York. I'm a big Yankees fan, so that's good. My question for you is, you don't really see closers today pitching 2 or 3 innings like you did. How is it different from back then than today?
Well, I had the privilege of seeing the whole evolution of the bullpen from 1972 when I broke into the big leagues, and you didn't even want to be in the bullpen at that time. It was a junk pile where old starters went that couldn't start anymore, and at that time it had just started to transition over to being more of a specialized position and a part of the team. Now you see teams that are being built from the back forward, where the bullpens are being thought of first before even the rotation. And I don't know how long that's going to last, because you're going to have 15 relievers down there and basically no starters. So, that's what worries me about the Yankees the most right now is getting some inning eaters and seeing where that bullpen is going to be later on in the season, during the dog days of the season in late July, early August, or all of August, and then September. So we'll see what happens. But I love the bullpen, but it has changed drastically over the course of since 1972 when I broke into what it is today.
Okay, Goose, and right now we're going to go back to our MLB Fans app, and a good one here from Bay. This one is, which player in this era would you have most liked to have been a teammate with during your playing days?
Oh, my goodness gracious. I played with so many great players over the course of my years in the big leagues. 9 teams, man, that's a lot of guys. So maybe Trout, Kershaw. I love the way Kershaw pitches. He's a throwback to the way starting pitching used to be, where they prided themselves on finishing what they started. And now, with the 100 pitch counts and the way they baby these guys, I don't know how they build up any endurance. And I'd buy into the 100 pitch counts if there were less injuries, but there are more injuries today than ever. So you go figure. We built up arm strength, we built up endurance. So I don't know where this pitching thing is going to end up. They've already created a monster, and I don't know what they're going to do about it. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, Goose, the 2 guys you mentioned, Trout and Kershaw, are one day, without question, going to join you amongst the immortals in Cooperstown as Hall of Famers. That goes without saying. Goose, that's going to wrap things up for today. It's been fun for us. Hope it's been fun for you. Enjoy your holiday weekend. Hopefully we can do it again soon. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks.
All right, that is Hall of Famer Goose Gossage joining us here on the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. That wraps it up for Friday. Join us again soon on MLB.com.